Today on This is the NFL.
Midway between the low snap. It's blocked. It is blocked by Gary Reason. Giants have the ball. They're going to score.
All right, here's the ticket. James Dean, with his middle name on it. I'm sure he knows his middle name is Byron. And we'll call for him.
Okay, we'll make sure he gets it.
We work hard, but, you know, you don't think about football. You know, some people play golf and go lay on the beach. I mean, I can't, that's not my style.
Plus, the aerial artistry of Raider Hall of Famer Fred Biletnikoff. Coming up on This is the NFL.
From the NFL Film Studios in Mount Laurel, New Jersey, here are your hosts, Steve Sable and Harry Callis.
Hi, I'm Harry Callis, and along with Steve Sable, welcome to This is the NFL. Steve, a tough opening day for NFL quarterbacks.
That's right, Harry. 3 starters were knocked out of action. The luckiest of the trio was San Francisco's Joe Montana, who sustained a bruised elbow early against New Orleans, but hung around long enough to contribute 3 touchdown passes to the 49ers' win. Fortunately, Montana's injury wasn't serious. He should be ready for the Giants this week. Not so lucky was Cleveland's Bernie Kosar, who suffered strained ligaments in his right elbow on this Kansas City blitz. The Browns went on to win, but Kosar will be lost for at least a month. Houston's Warren Moon will also miss some playing time, a result of the shoulder injury he suffered in Indianapolis. But the Red Hot Oilers beat the Colts in overtime anyway. Now, counting the preseason, that's 5 straight wins for Jerry Glanville's club. And it would appear the Oilers are marching toward a bright future, coached by a man who has a special feeling for the past.
On the eve of his opener against the Colts, Oiler head coach Jerry Glanville found himself in Fairmount.
Where's it at?
From Indianapolis, it's 60 miles north, somewhere east of Eden, to the grave of the legendary James Dean.
Oh, the one with the flowers. 1955. 1931.
Dean, the rebel without a cause. Glanville, considered a rebel throughout the league, both at ease behind the wheel of a 50 Mercury. Earlier, Jerry and his tight end, Jamie Williams, had toured the Historical Museum to see firsthand the mementos Dean left behind.
All righty. Hello, how are you? Jerry Glanville, you met Jamie Williams?
Sure did.
Good golly, how about getting it? This is what I got right back here. Jamie, my 50 Mercury.
That's it.
There it is.
That's it.
This is where he was going when he got killed. He was driving to a
He
race.
was going to go to a race, but a car pulled out in front of him. It really wasn't his fault, but he was going to a race. And the boots over there is the boots he wore in Giants.
These boots here, look at these boots compared to mine. Do you see my boots?
Yeah.
You're going to love my boots.
Hey, look at this picture.
Do you take bad out-of-state checks? We better buy this, Jamie. Back in Houston, they call Jamie me rebel without applause. We'll call Jamie and I are leaving a sideline pass for James Dean. It's a sideline pass.
Hey, you better show up.
He better show up.
The coach created a stir in Fairmount and chaos at the Hoosier Dome ticket office.
Thank you very much. It was great. It was great. All right, here's the ticket to James Dean with his middle name on it. I'm sure he knows his middle name is Byron. And we'll call for him.
Okay, we'll make sure he gets it.
Thank you very much.
Good luck today.
Inevitably, the first of many James Deans came to claim the pass.
Can I see some identification, please?
Man, I've lost a little hair through the years, and I've put on a little weight, but I'm cool, man. I'm James Dean.
Well, I agree with that, but I still need to see some identification if you have it.
Well, I left some out in my Spider, but he told me he'd leave some tickets here.
Can I have a middle name on that, Mr. Dean?
It's Byron. Everybody knows it's Byron.
Byron.
James Byron Dean.
Dean was a leading man who left the screen after just 3 movies. Glanville's leading man, Warren Moon, would leave after 3 quarters. While Dean never picked up his tickets, Houston's defense picked up an Eric Dickerson fumble, giving the Oilers a chance in overtime.
Waiting for the snap. Snap back, ball down, kick up. The kick is gone. The Oilers win it.
The ghost of James Dean and a very much alive Oiler defense made for a memorable weekend as Jerry headed back to Houston. At the will call window this Sunday, perhaps tickets for Richie Valens or Buddy Holly. If it's Dean, remember, the middle name's Byron.
Despite the loss of Warren Moon, something tells me we're going to be hearing a lot more from Jerry Glanville's Oilers.
Well, Steve will certainly be hearing more from the New York Giants. This week they take on the San Francisco 49ers in the NFC's key matchup. Now, last Monday night, they spotted the defending Super Bowl champions a 13-point lead, then added new meaning to the old adage, what a difference a year makes. Last Monday night, the Giants had hoped to reverse their dismal form in 1987 by coming out smoking against the Super Bowl champion Redskins.
New Year, guys. New Year. This is one for us. New Year. Here we go.
Despite their renewed enthusiasm, the Giants' nightmare of 1987 carried over into the first half of opening night 1988. Led by veteran Dave Butts and newcomer Wilbur Marshall, Washington made mincemeat out of the Giant offense.
Home cooking. Home cooking.
Meanwhile, quarterback Doug Williams picked up right where he left off in Super Bowl 22.
When we came in here at halftime, we just stressed to each other that we had to hang together, not panic, because they were playing excellent football. They were running the ball pretty good on us, and defensively they were doing a great job against our offense. So we just hung together and made the plays.
Ticket to the 30, midway between the low snap. He's blocked, and it's blocked by Gary Reason. Giants have the ball. They're going to score. Flynn. Tom Flynn. Williams looking for a receiver. Williams is hit. Free ball. Giants have it. Taken out of the air. Here comes Jimmy Burt. Burt is going to score.
I'm saying, please, no one catch me. I was hoping everyone was on the ground. And luckily, I seen the replay, and everyone was laying on the ground. So, and Mark May was chasing me. There's no way Mark May was going to catch me.
It was an important win for us. You know, I think it really meant a lot to us, and I think our play showed that it meant a lot to us, and we were going to hang in there till the end to try to win the thing tonight.
One game does not make a season. But in their stunning come-from-behind victory, the Giants served notice that they are not going to be the pushovers they were in 1987. A fact the Washington Redskins became painfully aware of last Monday night.
Still to come on This is the NFL.
The Philly, for instance, those 2 Phillies we brought in here, you know, they have to have a washwoman, I think, a stride of a hooker, and the face of an angel.
Hey, soldier. Bobby.
Look at you. How's the Army treating you?
Great.
Let's go.
Tell me, is he still upset?
Well, you know Dad.
Never really understood why I joined. Remember when I told him I was putting off college for the Army?
Yeah, I thought he was gonna bite the stem off his pipe.
I just wish you could see things like I do. I mean, maybe you'll go straight to college. But I had to prove something to myself first.
If you qualify for the GI Bill and Army College Fund, you can earn more than $25,000 for college before you even set foot on campus. And then you'll have something most other college students don't.
I think you did the right thing.
Do you think Dad'll ever come around? Dad?
This week's guest went to the University of Miami, just like me.
He's originally from Pennsylvania, just like me.
So he can't be all that bad.
Jim Kelly on The Dan Marino Show, Sunday at noon.
It's wet, it's wacky, and it's South Florida's funniest water sport.
Channel 4 and KISS FM team up to bring you the Fort Lauderdale Jaycees New River Raft Race.
I'm Susan Lichtman.
And I'm Lisa Lou Perry. If you've got summertime fun on your mind, have we got a treat for you.
We're talking pirates, bikinis, food, entertainment, and wait until you get a load of the rafts. It all begins Sunday at 10 a.m. at the 7th Avenue Boat Ramp in Fort Lauderdale. It is going to be a wet splashing time.
Did you say wet, Susan?
I'm Edie Magnus. Tonight, the USA section explores.
I'm Kenneth Walker, and tonight's Money
USA Today comes to television. It will cover the USA in an exciting new way. USA Today, the television show.
Premieres Monday at 7 on Channel 4.
Picking a team that's had 6 straight losing seasons to go to the Super Bowl is risky business. But since Buddy Ryan arrived on the scene, the Eagles, Andrea, always seem to have high expectations.
But he's taken a lot of heat for his overconfidence. Remember his first year, he predicted the Eagles would win the NFC East?
Right, 1986, and they won, what, 5 games?
And only one against divisional foes. It seems that as the Eagles are getting better, Buddy's backing off on those bold predictions. In fact, this year, they're finally legitimate contenders, and he's pretty low-key. This week's cover story profiles the controversial head coach who loves to keep people off balance. He's a man whose candor occasionally makes enemies, but whose coaching techniques are building winners.
Great job, baby. All right.
There are many faces to James David Ryan, a man whose varied life experiences have uniquely shaped him.
I don't think there's any finer gentleman than Buddy Ryan. I can't say enough for him. He's been through a lot in life. When you start off as a 16-year-old youngster during the Korean War, you're over there fighting for 2 years. You come out a master sergeant, 18 years old, and he saw a lot during that 2-year period. Buddy came out of service. He went back to school or went to college at Oklahoma State University. Surprisingly, a lot of people don't know this about him. He was an academic All-American.
Along the way, the brainy Buddy picked up his reputation as brash and abrasive, personality traits which sometimes have overshadowed his accomplishments.
They're always talking about his personality and how crazy and wild and crazy guy, but he's an excellent, excellent football coach.
Buddy's rise in the pro football coaching ranks started in New York, where he was the Jets' defensive assistant. He became defensive line coach in Minnesota, helping to mold the infamous Purple People Eaters. Once he got to Chicago, he established himself as the top defensive innovator in the game and rode the glory of the Bears' Super Bowl 20 victory into Philadelphia when he was named the Eagles' head coach in 1986.
For more than 30 years, Buddy Ryan has excelled at every level of coaching, from high school to college to the pros. Yet I discovered an ulterior motive he has for winning. His success in football helps support his favorite lifestyle.
Welcome to Ryan Farm, Lawrenceburg, Kentucky. 176 acres of pure pleasure and painstaking hard work for the Ryan family.
Trying to do a year's work in 5 weeks, man, that's hard to do. You know, Some people play golf and go lay on the beach. I mean, I can't, that's not my style. We work hard, but, you don't think about football. I think it's very important that you get away, no matter what kind of business you're in, for 4 or 5 weeks, and that, recharge your battery.
The few weeks in Lawrenceburg also give the family some precious time together. But everything has a means to an end. Buddy's goal is to one day breed a Kentucky Derby winner.
What makes a good horse?
Well, I think that a filly, for instance, those 2 fillies we brought in here, they have to have a washwoman, I think, a stride of a hooker, and the face of an angel, and you got your good filly.
Now, Buddy, you don't want your players with those same qualities, do you?
Well, I think players are just like horses. They come from all walks of life. And, players come from rich families, poor families, all types of religions. Some were sick when they were babies, some were, So it's a unique situation. Horses and players are a lot alike, I think.
Well, if you have to pick from Buddy's thoroughbred stable these days, choose the ones in green and white. Buddy's boys annihilated the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on opening day, 41-14. There was near flawless execution on offense, defense, and special teams, peppered with that little bit of trickery Buddy loves to throw at his opponents. Buddy's gearing his Eagles for the playoffs with added incentive. After all, there's quite a few projects pending down on the farm.
This man is twice as strong as this man. Tom's EX is twice as strong as Rolaids. So when you have heartburn, get the extra strength and acid. Tom's EX, twice as strong as Rolaids.
Tums presents the Tums Neutralizer of the Week. After shedding 21 pounds in the offseason, 49ers nose tackle Michael Carter, number 95, still carried a ton of weight in the middle against the Saints. He added a pair of sacks to 5 tackles, and his interception of a Bobby Hebert pass set up the 49ers' winning field goal. Michael Carter, the Tums Neutralizer of the Week.
This hammer is twice as strong as this hammer. Tom's EX is twice as strong as Rolaids, so Tom's neutralizes twice the stomach acid. Tom's EX, twice as strong as Rolaids.
Prestige Imports wants you to consider this. Make the next car you buy an investment. Cars that have already taken their depreciation like Mercedes, Jaguars, BMWs, Ferraris, and Porsches. Prestige Imports is also a factory-authorized new car dealer for Alfa Romeos, Lotuses, Lamborghinis, Maseratis, and Peugeots. Prestige's service department is second to none. Their service and parts department is staffed with the finest automotive professionals. Make a wise investment at Prestige Imports, 14800 Biscayne Boulevard.
Galleria Premium for Aluminum Furniture Factory Outlet. They feature outdoor furniture, PVC pipe, aluminum, and European resin. My family loves our beautiful aluminum set. Or how about this PVC pipe set that comes with cushions or strapping? Aluminum lounges from only $89. Aluminum Furniture Factory Outlet will guarantee the lowest prices and are never undersold. 160th Street on Biscayne Boulevard, North Miami Beach. Call 947-2143.
Marker Mania is sweeping the nation as Hollywood's biggest stars play TV's hottest quick draw game. Win, lose, or draw.
Weeknights at 7:30 on Channel 4.
Aerial Artistry Part 2 profiles the career of perhaps the finest pure possession receiver of all time, the Raiders' Fred Biletnikoff.
A Hall of Famer, Steve, and indeed the master of the third down conversion. Now, he was the classic too slow and too small receiver who proved to be too tough for NFL defensive backs to cover. Human flypaper, whose precise patterns and sticky fingers inspired high praise.
You know, they never put the word genius as far as receiver, but if they put the word genius with player, Fred Biletnikoff as a receiver would be a genius.
Genius comes in many figurations. It comes in great size and great strength, in great speed, and maybe once in every decade in great artistry. A man will walk softly into the Valley of Giants and he will make you wonder, where is the body? Where is the strength? Where is the speed? How is he going to play a Giants game? How is he going to compensate?
I had a lot of work to do. The only talent I had when I came into professional football was being able to catch a football.
He didn't have a lot of natural things. I mean, he wasn't big, he wasn't strong, he wasn't fast, but he worked harder than anyone else. He knew more about receiving and running pass patterns and catching the ball than anyone I've ever met in my life.
While others relied on pure speed, Biletnikoff thrived on guile, for he knew the object was not to win a foot race, but to catch a football.
When he had to catch a football, he went for it as if it were a dance in the heavens and the stars, that nobody was going to stop him from catching the football, and nobody could.
Desire was the flip side to Biletnikoff's genius. His father was a national amateur boxing champion, and Biletnikoff was able to harness the savage instincts of the ring and translate them to the delicate art of pass catching.
It's like a fighter. When he starts off, you know, they go, and then eventually one or the other starts getting to the other one. That's the way I played.
He would catch a ball in the end zone, fight for it, and then slam it down, and he and the defensive back would be shoving each other and sticking their finger in one another's face because they were having a war. 60 minutes worth of war.
I'd never seen someone get so emotionally worked up. He stayed that way through the entire ballgame. He didn't relax till he got back into the locker room after the ballgame was over and start wiping off all the stickum all over his hands and in his ears and in his hair and between his toes, and Lord knows how it got between his toes, but he was just caked with this stuff.
It was just a yellow goo that any player could have purchased. But for non-believers, stickum provided the only earthly explanation for the magic this wizard wrought for 14 NFL seasons. Spellbinding performance, though, came not from a store-bought substance, but from an attitude that money couldn't buy.
Any edge I could get on doing little things here or there, and that's not only to stick them and all that stuff. It's just you weren't in there you were in there to play football, but you're in there to win. You know, and whatever you had to do to win, and that was the enjoyment of football.
The will to win has been a dominating theme of the Raider organization, and while no player has epitomized that will more than Fred Biletnikoff, I will remember him most because he hated to lose.
The determination running with the football, you know, because he didn't have great speed. He had great quickness. Now he's in that secondary against people who are all track men, but he's going to get every yard for us he can.
Biletnikoff's hunger for victory grew with the importance of every game. So it was only fitting that his greatest glory came in the biggest game of his life. It was Super Bowl 11, and as the Raiders routed the Minnesota Vikings 32-14, the most valuable player was Fred Biletnikoff.
He can beat you not with great athletic skill, but with artifice, timing, and execution. And that was Fred Biletnikoff.
He was a self-made receiver who achieved greatness, the Hall of Fame, and was a genius in what he did.
The Japanese commander swore that Tarawa could not be taken by 1,000,000 men in 100 years, but a handful of U.S. Marines took it in 3 days. They were the gallant breed. Millions have thrilled to the Corps' history in the hit television special, The Gallant Breed. Its combat history so powerful that the Marine Corps Historical Foundation has endorsed this special offer. You may now obtain video cassettes featuring all 3 thrilling hours. With E.G. Marshall as narrator, you'll fight alongside our Marines from the Revolution to Khe Sanh. You'll be there on the bloody beaches and in the death-filled jungles with the Gallant Breed. This fabulous collector's item, 3 cassettes, is just $89.95 plus $5 shipping. Portions of the proceeds to the Marine Corps Historical Foundation. Write, or better yet, call the foundation at 1-800-645-8900. That's 1-800-645-8900. Do it. Semper Fi.
So you were speeding, but the other car ran the light. You were partially to blame for the accident and your injuries. So what are your legal rights?
Cohen & Cohen.
Our comparative negligence laws may allow you to recover money damages, even if you were partially to blame for your own injuries.
Talk to Cohen & Cohen to learn if we can recover money damages for you. Statewide, dial 1-800-33-COHEN.
What a band, what a show.
Marker Mania's caught America by storm.
Anything goes.
It's win, lose, or draw. Picture yourself with Hollywood's biggest and brightest stars.
Oh, yeah!
Playing TV's hottest quick draw game.
I'm having such a good time, I have to say.
Join in the fun as Marker Mania sweeps across your town on win, lose, or draw.
Weeknights at 7:30 on Channel 4.
Next week on This is the NFL, America's biggest pork chop.
The Victor pork chop, first of all, is legend. It is good, it is excellent, and there's more than one on a serving. There's actually 3, and they're big, center-cut, very good pork chops. In a little over a year, we've sold almost 23,000 pork chops. So we're making a lot of those pig farmers happy, and I kind of like that.
Steve Mike Ditka is fast becoming the coaching fraternity's most colorful character.
But Jerry Glanville's hot on his heels, Harry. And, you know, last week wasn't the first time that he left some tickets for one of his heroes of the 1950s.
Didn't he leave tickets for Elvis in the preseason?
Yeah, Elvis, then James Dean. And, you know, in 2 weeks, the Oilers play the Jets here in New Jersey, and I understand Jerry's already reserved 2 seats for Jimmy Hoffa.
Well, they play in the Astrodome this week, and with Warren Moon out, maybe Jerry should forget the tickets and leave a playbook and some pads for Bobby Lane. Stay tuned to find out how all this got started. For Steve Sable, I'm Harry Callis. Thanks for watching.
Travel arranged through U.S. Air. No matter where you want to play, U.S. Air has great low fares to playgrounds throughout the West. U.S. Air, the airline to look to when flying in the West. Travel arranged through the new NFL Citibank Visa card. Now, carry the card of your favorite team and earn free NFL gear just for using it. Call 1-800-NFL-VISA today.
What happened is we were going to practice and playing in Memphis, which was Elvis's hometown. We just decided we'd leave him a ticket because we'd heard that people had talked to him and people had lived with him, people had traveled with him. So we said, we'll leave him a ticket and have him come to the game. And before you knew it, it caught on across the country. Now, whatever stadium we play in, there's signs that Elvis is there. So they said he was there. The crowd behind us started chanting, "Where is he?" And they said he was down in the end zone. I myself have never seen him or talked to him, but we do leave him a ticket wherever we play, and there's always a sign in every stadium that we're at that Elvis is there. In fact, at Memphis, they took his ticket and put it in the Elvis Hall of Fame at Graceland.
What if they invented a new time, a time when you didn't have to think about the office or the bills or the dirty dishes, or if your son took his bike out of the driveway before or after you drove your car in? A time when all you do is sit back, relax, and be entertained. A time to get our families together. Well, consider that time invented 5 times a week.
Cosby Time, 5 times a week on The Cosby Show. Premiering Monday, October 3rd at 5, only on Channel 4.
Pickup number 3.
Give me a sigh, you're walking through the garden. Get a hitch in your get up. Where's my number 13?
Put a lid on your flapper. Pickup number 4.
At Channel 4, we've got your number because we're your official Florida Lottery station. The only place where you can see the Cash 3 game. Monday through Saturday at 7:57. We've got your number.
I said pickup number 4.
The Dan Marino Show, Sundays at noon on Channel 4.
Budweiser presents World Championship Kickboxing from Las Vegas, Nevada. Featuring Robert Biggs and Andy Brewer fighting for the U.S. Super Middleweight crown.
It's the Kick Super Middleweight United States Championship. Andy Brewer, Robert Biggs. Let's go up to ring announcer Chuck Hall.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next contest of the evening, 10 rounds of duration. It's for the